Okay. Control the center of the ring.
Yeah.
If Crawford is allowed to control the center, he'll win.
Canelo's too big. No, we're not going to see what y'all think we're going to see. We're going to see a chess match, and a chess match that, if it's played correctly by each side, it could be very interesting. If it's played wrong by either side, the other side will dominate. That's how good this fight is.
Boxing legend Roy Jones Jr. made a surprise visit to Terence Crawford's training camp. This unexpected appearance is creating a lot of buzz, especially with Crawford preparing for his big fight against Canelo Álvarez.
Fight call, I think his size may be his best going factor, but if he goes out and boxes Bud, he's not going to beat Bud boxing. He's not. So if Bud can take his punch, he's not going to outbox Bud. So it's like, it'll be, what will determine the fight will be who wants it most and who has the best fight plan. Because to me, I don't care what they say, if Bud can get Canelo to box him, Bud will outbox Canelo.
So it's still a fight that you feel is competitive enough despite what happened in the Madrimov fight?
Without a question, it's competitive enough. Well, what he showed you in the Madrimov fight is that he can take the punch at 154. So now, can he take it at 68? They're yet to be seen.
Sources say Roy Jones didn't just come to say hi. He came with a clear purpose: to help Crawford beat Canelo. Roy gave Crawford a strategy, showing him how to deal with Canelo's flat-footed style and how to control the fight using smart footwork. It's perfect timing as Crawford moves up in weight to face one of the toughest boxers of this era.
It'll all be predicated upon how well Terence can take his punch.
Yeah.
And what I'm seeing is I see a hungry Crawford. A Crawford that has been looking for the opportunity for a long time, finally getting the opportunity, and really ready to grab the opportunity. And with Canelo, I see a guy who not necessarily hungry, but loves to entertain. Loves to give us the big fights.
Yeah.
Always tries to give the big fights. He finds a way to give us big fights. Not gonna always win them, but he always tries to give them to us.
Yeah.
So he'll be a guy that, if he shows up and does the exact right thing, he can win the fight. If he don't do the right thing, which I don't see him doing, I don't know why he would at this point in his career. I don't know. It'll all be predicated upon how well Terence can take his punch.
Yeah. You said you don't think, or you don't look into the weight difference. Why?
When you know how to box, when you're as skillful as Terence Crawford is, weight don't really matter much.
Crawford will fight Canelo Álvarez on September 13th, 2025 in Las Vegas for all the major super middleweight titles: WBA, WBC, IBF, WBO, Ring, and TBR. The fight will be shown live on Netflix. Crawford has already beaten top fighters like Errol Spence Jr. and Israel Madrimov. Now, he wants to become the first man to be undisputed in 3 different weight classes. In the 4-belt era, Canelo is a strong and experienced champion at 168 pounds. This fight is being called the biggest of the century, promoted by Saudi Arabia's Riyadh season and UFC's Dana White.
You've accepted this fight now, but in the previous years, you said it doesn't interest you because you have nothing to gain and everything to lose. If he were to beat you, how damaging would that be to the Canelo brand?
He's not gonna beat me. Don't worry about it. He's not gonna beat me. Don't worry about it. I think this fight is gonna be in the books of the history of boxing for sure. That's for sure.
For sure, them belts coming with me. They coming home with me.
When you say, I want Canelo, is there anybody in the camp that would say, you're not ready for this?
That's a big boy. He's strong. That's a conversation. It's not just, oh man, you will whoop his ass.
Like yes man type stuff.
I'm not worried about Canelo. I'm not thinking about Canelo. I'm just focused on Israel Madrimov.
In a small way, is this a stepping stone to your dream fight?
I don't look at fights as stepping stones. It's about now.
Roy Jones Jr. believes this fight won't be decided by weight, but by Canelo's game plan. He said if Canelo fights smart, he'll win. But if he makes mistakes, Crawford could win. The key for Crawford, Roy says, is to control the center of the ring and handle Canelo's power well. While Roy leans slightly toward Canelo at the start, he admits that if Crawford can survive the early rounds, his smart boxing could turn the tide.
Crawford is going to fight Canelo because even if I have some doubts and misgivings about the size matchup, it is 2 action fighters who like to fight aggressively at times, not all the times, going against each other, and we'll see who can open the other person's tuna can, so to speak.
Connor's never been there.
Yeah. Okay. Another fight I did want to ask you about in terms of weight classes. Canelo Álvarez potentially fighting Terence Crawford in September. That's obviously a massive weight discrepancy. What do you think of that fight and then the weight discrepancy between it?
Well, the weight won't be the factor. The factor will be how Canelo chooses to make the fight. Yeah. Canelo comes out there what Canelo should do, Canelo wins the fight. Yeah. If Canelo comes out and does what he shouldn't do, Crawford wins the fight. Yeah.
Well, with Crawford, what are Crawford's keys to victory when you are fighting someone like Canelo, who, albeit maybe not in height, but in stature, is a much bigger man than him?
Control the center of the ring.
Yeah.
If Crawford is allowed to control the center, he'll win.
Roy compared this fight to a chess match, not just a fight of strength. It's all about strategy and timing. He mentioned Crawford's fight against Israel Madrimov, calling it a slow but smart fight, showing Crawford can outthink opponents. But Roy warned Crawford not to run too much from Canelo. If you run from a big man, you give him confidence, and that's stupid, he said. In short, this is a battle of brains as much as power.
I don't care who you beat, the monster thing is gonna always follow him.
Terence is not taking a fight in between. He's like, I'm going to move up to 168. I'm gonna take my time with that. Should we expect an upset, or are we going to see what most people are expecting in that fight if it does happen?
Well, we're not going to see what most people are expecting. That's for sure. I can guarantee you that, because most people looking at the weights and saying, oh, they're too far apart. Canelo is too big. No, we're not going to see what y'all think we're going to see. We're going to see a chess match, and a chess match that, if it's played correctly by each side, it could be very interesting.
Jones also suggested this could be the perfect final fight for Crawford. If Crawford beats Canelo, he might go after David Benavidez. But if he loses, Roy thinks Crawford might just say, I tried. I'm done. Beating a legend like Canelo could give Crawford the chance to retire on top as one of the greatest ever.
If it's played wrong by either side, the other side will dominate. That's how good this fight is.
Let's say if Canelo wins, do you think people give Canelo credit because Bud is smaller? And if Bud wins, should he just retire and go on the sunset?
Bud definitely should retire if he wins. Canelo, no, you have unfinished business, bro. You can try to hide, you can try to run, but that monster thing, it ain't going nowhere. I'm sorry. Even if you retire the rest of your career, the monster thing is not going anywhere because the monster was searching for you. He beat everything y'all sent at him in the process of trying to get to you. I don't care who you beat, the monster thing is going to always follow him.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, there was a time where Benavidez was saying, you know what, I got to earn that Canelo shot. He earned that shot a long time ago.
Roy Jones believes Terence Crawford is already one of the top 10 boxers of all time. And based on skill alone, he's in the top 5. Roy says even though Crawford hasn't faced as many big names as other legends, his skills and intelligence in the ring are unmatched. He even criticized people who put Naoya Inoue above Crawford, saying Inoue's close fight with Donaire shows he's not as complete as Bud.
Gotta rank him probably in your top 10, maybe even your top 5.
Where do you rank Terence, in your opinion?
I put him in the top 15, maybe the top 10. Because he definitely has the skill of a top 5. Just that he hasn't had the opposition that some guys were able to get. And that's not his fault. He just made one of the best fighters in his weight class look like nobody. That's pretty damn good. Now he proved what we already thought. We just didn't see him against the best opposition near his weight class. See, this is the thing people don't understand. This is what I like about Bud. He reminds me of Roy. We ain't got to have the best opposition in our weight class. We want the best opposition near our weight class.
There's been discussion that maybe, Crawford and Inoue are going back and forth tussling for pound for pound, that maybe Inoue, because of the multiple weight divisions. You're shaking your head no. Tell me why no.
Because Inoue also, when he first moved up, he lost to Donaire. Don't forget that. Bud ain't lost nobody. Moving up or down, he moved up 3 times. He lost nobody. Don't tell me he better than Bud, no.
Yeah, because a lot of people are saying hey, forget about Canelo. That was a tough fight with Madrimov. Go ahead and give Boots a shot. Give Boots the chance. But Eddie's saying, hey, I think Crawford's saying, hey, give me the Canelo fight, or I'm not fighting. I'm done.
Why? What does he got to prove to Boots? Boots time to take over and start beating the guys around him. Prove that he's the best of that group. Bud is in a group above him. Bud don't need to come back down to 47 to meet him. That's crazy. Why would he? Bud looking to try to make history and get out. Get his big bank and get out. His big bank is who? Canelo. He willing to take that gamble, see if he can beat him. If he beats him, He may go fight Benavidez next. If he don't beat him, he say, okay, I took it as high as I could go. I'm done.
That'd be crazy. That'd be crazy if he gets the win. Like, oh my God.
Jones also talked about Crawford's future. A fight with Jaron Boots Ennis would be close, but Roy gives the edge to Crawford because of his experience and ring IQ. But when it comes to Canelo, Roy says Crawford must fight strong from the very start, make Canelo feel his presence and not just run. This will be a strategic battle, and Crawford's smart approach will be put to the test.
That might be a good one. You gotta come to ATS fight for that, my boy.
What you think about Roy calling out
Floyd? You gotta come to all the smoke for that.
What do you think about Roy and Floyd going back and forth? I just talked to him. Floyd was really worked up. I mean, Roy was really worked up about it. What do you think, Andre?
They fighters, man. They fighters.
Is that the biggest fight in boxing today? Like, if that would have really happened, you think it could happen?
Watch out, Andre can still throw hands now. Don't mess with him like that.
They fighters, bro.
Roy said
that fighting him is never gonna die. Right now?
Yeah, like position.
Anything could happen. Listen.
Who wins all that?
Yeah, I heard. I heard all about it. I saw Roy Jones call out Floyd Mayweather after Floyd Mayweather's subliminal disses. I saw it. And you guys are hitting me up repeatedly. Showbiz, who do you have if Roy Jones and Floyd Mayweather were to fight? And, you know, I must say, Roy Jones is my favorite fighter ever. He's my favorite fighter ever. You guys know I was a huge fanboy and all those things. I've said it repeatedly. But if they were to fight, I'll be rooting on Floyd Mayweather, man. I can't listen, regardless of how many times I've criticized Floyd and his career or whatever. Tim T has always shown me love, man. Floyd Mayweather showed me love, his son, his family. Look, Tim T has always shown love, bro. They have kept it a beam. I just never really been able to connect with Roy like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've seen him a few times, but I'm going with Floyd on this one, man.